First opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Here we go. 180!
Hey, they're scared.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 27-yard line. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there. And, look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete. But they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. Following the interception, Winston. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you. So
they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Back to it after the pick 6. Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Winston. Big hold to the 30. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And all the way up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage. Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They're not ready for this, man. For this, they still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football. Switch. Kill.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 30.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. He's got Evans. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quan Alexander able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. But now it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them,
and across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about.
Here we go. 180.
54. I'm not ready.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Garoppolo now, first down throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player.
Here we go.
Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go. 180.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
12.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position of throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd and 7. Garoppolo stepping up. He's going to keep it. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot.
Here we go.
Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
You must be dreaming.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. Left 80! 11.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Bravo!
You better bring it. 45.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Garoppolo now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
You must be getting
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Here we go.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Garoppolo now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but now it's third and goal. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now fourth and goal. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
It just doesn't sound right, does it? If you get all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they try to sweep to Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Mike, 54. Come on, D. Check. Crunch.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On first down, here's Breida. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. They'll get this into the hands of Breida. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They come out here in the eye. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now again to the big fullback, Juszczyk. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking for Perriman there, he's got him. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Flip, flip, flip. My front four. 54.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kwan Williams. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Winston. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 12-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
At the 14-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Mike 54. I smell fear.
Garoppolo hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Garoppolo, 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 38-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Garoppolo is going to give this to Breida on the draw. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll toss it to Breida. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
One, Omaha.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, Alpha.
Come on now. Come on now.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he Carries up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jameis to throw it. And he finds Howard complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Buccaneers.
Winston now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Oh, yeah. And here we go.
Winston. And this is caught by Evans. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. This is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs. Winston now. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at at the 34-yard line.
Here we go. 180.
Mike's by 4. Hey, watch the slant.
White.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Garoppolo on first down. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
At the 35-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run once more with McKinnon. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
There's Garoppolo to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The kick by Gold is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on this.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the gun, Winston. And he's going to go down again. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Here's Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jason Barrett.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play, and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Throwing on second down. Garoppolo forced out to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
45 the mic.
Yeah. 12, fellas. Here we go.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. The 20. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. To throw is Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The Bucs go for it. It's Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And no, it's incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Here again is McKinnon. And a short gain down to about the 33. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's McKinnon. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Winston. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Ready. Blue ready. 56. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A familiar ring to that one. Winston to Evans for the Buccaneer first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very solid gain of 27. Here's Winston. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are,